Tableau like we and all. Okay,
Yeah.
so today we'll just like start working on that. Okay, so current version what we are going to use is like a 2018.1, which is released last just couple of weeks back only. Okay, so now what they have done, as I told you last time, like so what they have done, they have like now on whatever versions they will be releasing, that will be releasing like 2018.1. 2018 means 2018 year plus which version is that. Before that it was 10.5.3. Okay, before that it was 10.5.2. Okay, and before that it was 10.5.1. Okay, sorry.
So now it is
So 10,
2018. The one we are using now is 2018.1.
yes, yes, we'll be using like 2018.1. Okay, so
Okay.
in this like what, okay, so this is the latest version. Okay, so this is the latest version, but like say in your organization wherever you might be working, okay, you may not use 10.5 also. Okay, you might be using to 10.9.2, 10.3 or 10.4 like that. Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone doesn't come instantly like on the latest version. It takes some time. Okay, it's like you're running a car. Okay, you are like using a car. If some new model comes, you won't like come like instantly go and like upgrade your model. Okay, you will see that model, like it will take like say 6 months. You will see that, get okay, let me see the performance of that thing, then only I'll go. If I require, then only like I'll go with the higher end version. Okay,
Okay.
so there are new features are there. So if all that new features and all that are useful to me, to my business, then only I'll go with the higher end version. Otherwise, like for the time being, I'll be on my existing version. So this is, and now it's not like anytime you can go and just look into that. So this is the first thing. So here, before starting, like see, we are going to work on data visualization. What we are going to do,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to like work on like reports. So we'll be creating reports or dashboards, whatever you want to call them, reports, dashboards, or templates. People call it with different names, but both all are same. Okay. Now under this, like whenever we are working on some kind of reports or anything, okay, there are three main things. Okay, there are three main things. First is data. Okay. Second is visualization. Okay, visualizations. Third thing is filters.
Did
Okay,
you say
these
did you
three are
say
the,
filters?
yeah, filters. You can see on my screen. I'm tapping it there.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the three main things. So data, visualizations, and filters. Data means like under data, what comes? A lot
Uh,
of things comes under data.
1 minute, sir. So you said you are typing it on the screen. I
So I started from this thing. So I told you that 2018.1, 10.5.3, 10.5.2, 10.5.1, okay, and data, visualizations, and filters. So these are three main things for any kind. It's not about Tableau. I'm not talking about Tableau. It's about any data visualization tool or any kind of reports. Okay.
Mhm.
So the first thing is data. So when you start working on any kind of data, what you get? You get the data from multiple sources. Okay,
Yes.
you get the data from multiple sources. It might not be in the right shape. Okay, see what happens, like you must be working on some like kind of technology. So it's not that like you get the right, even whether you're writing some code or something, your code will not be in the right shape. Okay, so what you do, you have to modify it, you have to alter it, okay, to bring it in the required format, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is what like we do in the data. So we get the data from multiple sources, many sources. We like, it might be coming from Excel or CSVs or text files. It can be coming from web services. It can be coming from Oracle, SQL Server, Teradata, Big Data, Google Analytics, anything. Okay, so like this, it might be coming from multiple sources. But in my Tableau, what I have to do? I have to club it together. I have to merge it. Okay, I have to prepare it. I have to do extra lot of calculations to get the required results, required calculations. So that all I have to do. So those all things like a part of data. So under data, what we get data preparation. That is what I'm saying, data preparation. data preparation. For data preparation, it involves data preparation, clubbing data, merging data. Okay, all that is a part of data preparation. Okay, recently, just last week itself, I guess like last week starting, just 10 days back only, Tableau has introduced a new product called Tableau Prep. Okay, Tableau Prep. Sorry, it's Tableau. Okay, Tableau Prep. Okay, sorry. So, Tableau Prep. Before this, people were using a lot of ETL tools. You must be aware of. Do you know like ETL tools and all that? Have you heard any names? ETL tools. Okay. Those are called ETL tools. So we call it ETL. So that is extract, transform, okay, transform, and load. So this is called ETL tools. Okay. Okay, extract, transform, and load. These are two technologies which are used in data warehouse like domain. Data warehouse means like see, you are using your mobiles, your laptops, your different applications, your banking website, and all that. When you do transactions, data is generating. Okay, that data must be stored somewhere. Okay, the data is when it is stored is somewhere. After that, it might be not in the right shape. So the data warehousing means like they will extract the data, it will transform. The transform means calculations and all that will be done. Later it will be loaded into some databases. So the ETL tools are something like where we like load, extract, load, and all. So there are something called Informatica. You might have heard the name. Okay, have you heard this? Informatica.
Yes, I heard it.
Okay, you might have heard. Okay, there is Ab Initio. Okay, like this there are many other things. And with Spotfire, sorry, there is Tableau. Most of the time people use Ultrex. Ultrex is very popular, very popular tool. Okay, Ultrex. So Ultrex is very quite like a very popular tool. It's a data preparation tool. You can see on like Google, learn about it. It is very useful, and it is one of the most important tool like for creating like data preparation. You can automate the workflows. You can automate your jobs. Okay, the thing like what you do manually in Excel and all that. Okay, let's say it takes 2-3 hours. Same thing can be done in just like 5-10 minutes in Altex. Okay, so that is how like it is so useful. So it was the same thing where we were means bringing the data from multiple sources to source one, source two, source three, like that, and merging it together to form a single file. See, your data is coming from multiple sources, but at the end, what I want as a developer, I want to have a single source clubbing all the data. Okay, let's suppose you are like running some business, so you must be getting some like data, generating some data. So that data is for every month. Okay, let's say January, February, March to December. Now you have 12 different files for let's say 2017. Okay, so what do you think? What you will do? Are you going to load 12 different files in Tableau?
No.
Okay, no, exactly no. So what you will like to have? So you would like to have a single source, or let's say a single file which will have combined data of January to December, isn't it?
Yes.
Exactly. So that is what like is called data preparation. So data might be coming from multiple sources. Okay. So I have to club it together. So I told you about SQL also. Okay. So there might be some scenarios. Let's say you're working, or let's say you're working some company. Okay, XYZ company. I'll have a table called employee. Okay, in which I have employee ID. Okay, employee name, first name, last name, employee address, city, department, and all that. Employee ID is there. I will have some other tables. Okay, employee, let's say history. Let's say I will have another table called employee history. Under that also I have the same columns, but under that I have one matching column called let's say employee ID. But other columns are different. So what I want, if I want to merge these two tables, merge means like I want to get extra columns from table 2 to table 1. What I'll do, I'll create a join. So that is all about a SQL. Like what I'll take a couple of sessions. I'll take. I told you that I'll take some sessions on that. Okay, just have to have an introduction. So you have to learn. So just like what you have to do, just if you can download Tableau is the first thing what you should download, but SQL is also important. To download that SQL Server Management Studio, so in your machine, so that will help, and you can start learning. Not
Uh,
today,
in
like
in in my in my experience, for the situation you just explained, to get extra columns for the data set, in my company, I used to use the Excel function VLOOKUP and get the extra
VLOOKUP,
details.
exactly, exactly. So that thing is an Excel. Okay, you will
Yeah.
do that thing in Excel. But in databases, we don't have like a VLOOKUP or something. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
under databases, we use joins.
Okay.
Exactly same thing. Now you can even relate it. Okay, so what you do like to get the extra columns or merging the data. Okay, so if you want to merge the data, you just copy and paste it behind like bottom of the like sheet. Okay, or add the extra columns. What you do, you use the VLOOKUPs. Okay, based on one column, and VLOOKUP, what do you need? You need one or two column, three column matching columns, isn't it?
Yes, one common
Yeah,
column
exactly.
between
Yes,
the two
yeah.
data sets.
Exactly. Based on which, like the related data, the new data will be loaded. That's exactly. Same thing we do it in databases also. So we'll
Okay.
have multiple tables. Okay, multiple tables will have one or two common elements. Elements means common columns. Okay, based on which we will create joins. So there are multiple types of join: inner join, right outer join, left outer join, full outer join. Okay, these are different types of joints. So what you have to learn. Okay, same thing. So now I'm not going to that way. We are going to discuss only a Tableau right now. So what happens, like we have to prepare the data, a lot of things we have to prepare. So based after that, what we'll do, we will get a single source, and then that single source we have to load into Tableau. Okay, so that is data preparation. Data preparation is one of the most important thing in any kind of reporting. I'm not talking about Tableau specifically. It's related to everything. Whatever you work in Tableau, you work in ClickView, you work in Spotify, you work in Excel also. Data preparation is the main thing. So 50 to 60% of time is spent just on data preparation. Okay, getting the data preparation and all that. Okay. After that, you will start doing your requirements according to your requirement, whatever you are asked to do. Okay, so next thing what you have is visualizations. So data preparation is fine. Any doubts in this? Any questions?
No.
Means what you will be doing like in data preparation, it is just about data preparing the data in the right shape, right format, so that we can start working on the data analysis.
Yeah.
Okay. Second thing is, and these are the all products. So recently I told you that Tableau has introduced a new product called Tableau Prep. It is also the same thing. What we used to do till now here and Ultrex, we can do same thing. So that is their own product. It is also good. You can do a lot of preparation like data preparation, joins, all that, unions and everything, calculations, everything you can do it here. It's another very useful tool, good tool. Okay. Second thing is visualizations. Visualization is nothing but like the charts, the graphics, what you are creating. See, data is okay. You prepare a lot of data. You did a lot of calculations. But if you are not able to present the information in the right format or in the required, as per the requirement, your users are not going to like it. Okay, they will not see that how much efforts you have kept like or put like into data preparation, calculation, doing and all that stuff. Okay, they will not see that. What users will see is like how much efforts you have put or how best you can utilize the graphical functionality. Okay, the charts, the visualizations. Okay, what graphics, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we call it charts or visualizations. Okay, so that is the second thing. So you have created your visualizations and all. Third thing is filters. Okay, so filters is a third thing what we have. There are multiple more things, but you will drive your reports and dashboards using these three things only: data, visualizations, and filters. Now you have created a dashboard. I want to see the data. I want to drill down the data. Let's say I have a global dashboard. Under global dashboard, let's say I'll go for North America. Under North America, I will just go, let's say, for Texas. Under Texas, I want to go for Dallas. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm
Filters.
drilling, yeah, filters. I'm drilling down the data. Okay, so that's what, and you might have used filters in everywhere. It's available in each and every application, whatever. Even in your mobile, you might see a lot of filters. Okay, wherever you banking website, anywhere you apply the filters. You want to see a statement of like your credit card of your account, savings account or salary account. Okay, what do? You go to your login to your account. You just say start date, end date. I want to see last 6 months data, or 1 month, 1 year data, like that. What you're doing? You are applying the filters. Okay, so filters, with the help of filters, my users will be able to drill down the data and get the lower level trends and patterns. Okay, they will be able to see lower level trends and patterns. Getting it? Any doubts here?
No.
Okay. Okay. So now the next thing what we have is like we see the Tableau here. Okay. So here we have Tableau installed. Here you see Tableau 2018.1. Okay. So that you see here. So you just open it, you will get this kind of window here. So this is your welcome screen of your
Tableau.
Tableau. Okay. And the features and all that stuff, like what I have told you earlier, like why this is useful, this is very useful, like it is very powerful, you get a lot of good visualizations and everything. Okay, so that's what like we have already discussed in the introduction session. Okay, so we will not go into that. Okay, so here what we have to do, so these are the options to connect to data sources. Okay, so here you see that like Microsoft Excel. So first of all, you start with file. So file is nothing but like here you have some options like
Hello? I can't hear you. Hello?
yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry, I was like problem. So what I was showing you that here we have the file options. So you can have new instance, open, file, hide start page, paste, repository location, exit. You want to exit this. Okay, then you can connect to data. So what you have in the data, paste, okay, or Tableau data server. Then you have server. If you're connected to your server, then you can sign in, open workbooks, start Tableau Bridge Connect, okay, or Tableau Public. Okay, Tableau Public, if you remember, I told you that this is Tableau desktop version. Okay, this is a Tableau desktop version. So okay, which is a like which you can download from like Tableau website, which will come with 14 days trial version. But whenever you will be working your projects, you will be using license version. Okay, all the features are there in this, but it will be like only for 14 days. But after 14 days, still you want to connect. What you can do, you can download Tableau Public. Okay, Tableau. The difference between Tableau desktop and Tableau Public is nothing like you will see all the features, most of the features, but under Tableau Public you cannot save any file locally. You cannot save any file locally. You have to save the files in your Tableau Public profile only, cloud only. Okay, that we'll see in coming sessions. Okay, help is nothing but like help, open help. It is just like user manual, whatever like you have. Okay, so what user manual, some there are sample workbooks, training videos, sample and all that. Okay, now under that you have to a file. So you want to open any Excel file, just click on that, and it will ask you that from where you want to load any Excel file. So if you have some Excel file or something, you can just check your repository. So here you see I have two Excel files. Okay, one is EU Superstore, one is Sample Superstore. Okay, I'll close this as of now. Then you have text files. Okay, you want to open a text files. Okay, you can open any of the text files. A text file, you know, like Notepad and all. Okay, you can open any of the files. So Microsoft JSON, that is JSON means like web pages. So data from web pages you can bring up. So again, JSON files are there. Okay, so using code and all. Microsoft Access, you must be aware of that since you're working on Excel. PDF file, you can load data from PDF itself, so the Tableau can read the PDF also, which some other tools can't do, but Tableau can read PDF files also, data from PDFs also, and it will be converted into a tabular form. Okay, spatial data, geographical data, statistical files like you have SAS files or R files, okay, SPSS, R files, okay, all these are statistical files.
Yeah.
Then you have more options. Under more, you can connect to any kind of other options. Okay. Then you have Tableau server. You want to connect to Tableau server, you have to provide the URL of the server, then you can connect. I'll show you this example because I have to set up the server separately to show you this example. Okay, that we'll see in coming sessions. The server. So your server should be set up separately, which you can connect from here. Okay, so you can connect to your server. So whatever reports and dashboards you are going to create, let's say you are the developer, Tableau developer, you want to create reports and dashboards. Okay, after creating the dashboard, you want to publish it for users so that users can access the reports, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So how will you do that? So that can be done only through server. That can be done through server. What you have to do? You have to save the report or dashboard, whatever you want to call it, dashboard. Okay, you have to save it into your Tableau server. When Tableau server it will be saved, it will generate a specific URL.
Okay.
It will generate a URL. Okay. After that, what will happen? Your URL that you can share it with anyone. Okay, your users. Okay, and if they have access to Tableau, then they will be able to access the report like on the web page itself, like just normal browser only. They don't need any kind of software. They just need user licenses, which we will like provide them. Okay, and they can access the report just in browser, Internet Explorer, Chrome, Mozilla, Safari, any browser. Okay. Then you
So
have
you
SQL
are
Server if you
saying,
want.
yeah. So,
Yeah. Tell me.
so you are saying, if I work on Tableau and I prepare organized data, I can share it with others in the form of a web page where the data is stored, saved on the cloud.
Data will not be stored on the cloud. Remember, data will stay there in your like database itself. Only thing, when someone will open the dashboard, okay, the data will be retrieved.
Okay.
Okay, it's like you open your website of your like a bank account. Okay,
Yeah.
anything. Let's say it can be like Bank of America, Citibank, or anything. Okay, in your case. Okay, so what you will be doing? So you just log into that. You say, I want to see my last 6 months data. Do you think like your data is stored in the website? Obviously not. What is happening? You say, I want to see last 6 months data. The query will go back to database. From database, it will retrieve the data and it will show you, isn't it? That is real-time loading of data. That is real-time loading of the data. So data will get loaded into the dashboard only when you trigger it. Okay.
Okay.
There is another option called extract. Extract, it means that you are trying to embed the data. Okay, so embedding something like in Tableau we have two terms. One is live, one is extract. So extract is something like so that is extract. There are two connections. So Tableau connection, or you can say data connections. Okay. First one is live. Second one is extract. Okay. So live connection means your data is live to your databases. Let's suppose you have loaded some like data from SQL server. Okay, from your databases. So that data will stay in database only. The data will stay in databases only. Now what you're going to get, whenever you will open or your user will open the report or dashboard, the data will be the connection will be created to database. It will fetch the data on the real time. Okay, the data will be fetched and shown to the user at real time. Getting it?
Yeah.
Okay. Extract is a way by which you store some data. You store some data into the dashboard. Okay, or actually it is saved in the server only, and it is not loaded on real time. Okay, it is already there in my data, or sorry, dashboard. It is already there in my dashboard. So the query will not go back to database under extract case. Query will go back to database and retrieve the data live. Okay, so here I'll say real time loading. Okay, real time loading of data. Getting it?
So
In
can
this
I
case,
say,
it is.
can I give an example? So like you said, retrieving a bank statement for 6 months, it's like a real-time loading of data. So can I say
Yes.
that, like if I log into ICICI Bank and I look at my
Mhm.
balance, it shows me my
Mm.
balance. Can I say it's an extract?
No, actually, balance is not extract. Balance is always alive. Okay, so whatever
Okay.
like is current, all it shows you all. It is not the case that you did transaction. Let's say right now, let's say you did some transaction of $100 or something. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in US time zone or Indian time zone,
I'm
you are
in
in US only,
US.
na?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
in
yes.
US.
So let's say according to current time, like let's say you will do something like say, okay, transaction. But when after this transaction, what you do? You open your account. What will be your account balance? Will it show the current outstanding or like current like balance or the last night balance? Okay, it will
Current
show the current
balance.
balance only. Okay, after the transaction, even if you have done 1 minute before, it will show you the same thing. So it is
Mm.
live.
Okay.
Okay, data is refreshing. Okay, real time. So it is something data will refresh, or another point, data refresh real time at the time of loading. So whatever data you have in the database, same data you will see in dashboard.
Can you
Getting
give
it?
an example for extract?
Sure. So in that this what happens, extract. So this is data stored.
Okay.
Okay, so let's suppose I have done, I have some table, let's say table one, okay, which is having, let's say, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Let's say like this many rows. Okay, these many rows, which I have loaded in Tableau, and I have created an extract on this. Okay, I have created an extract on this. Getting it?
Okay.
Okay. Now, yeah. Now I have done a data extract on that. So I created data extract. Okay. Now what will happen? This 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 data will store in my Tableau dashboard. Data stored in Tableau dashboard. Okay, we call it TWBX. Okay, this is called extension is .twx extension. So Tableau extension, which you remember I told you in the introduction session, lot of
Yeah.
extensions are there. So for this thing extract, it will be TWBX. For live, it will be TWB. It will not be X. It will be TW file. Okay, so here like you have TWBX file. Okay, in this what happened? Extract is there. Okay, now whenever I open this dashboard, which is having an extract, okay, I will always see 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 rows. Okay, now what happened? In the meantime, this table one got new data. Table one got new data, and it is, let's say, 50,000 rows. It is now 50,000 rows. So just these are like I'm coming again. So here table one, which is having 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 rows. Today, let's suppose, let's say on 8th of May. Okay, so data extract is done, which means data stored in Tableau dashboard, and I have published it for users. So now, whenever users will access this report or dashboard, they will see 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 records only. So let's suppose the sales is for this thing is, let's say sales will be, sales is equal to, let's say, for $56 million. Okay, 56.2, let's suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, $56.2 million. Okay, so it is like this on 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 records. But at the back, in the back end database, now today, let's say after 1 day or 2 days or 1 week, I got new data. I got new data. Let's say it is 50,000 records. Means it might be, let's say, 100, the 190 something, let's say $1.1 million. Okay. Now it is, this sales is this much. So what will happen? My users, whenever they will open the report or dashboard, they will still see the same thing. Their data will not refresh. Getting it? They are still seeing the old data.
Are we not overriding it?
No, that is what. Now, extract is created. It's your choice whether new data, when the new data is there, it's not choice, it's like you have to, as a developer, it's your responsibility that when the new data is arrived, okay, and when the new data is loaded, okay, at the back end, it's your responsibility to refresh this extract, again. So when you say refresh, you have to refresh the extract, it will, this 12467 will change to 50,000. Okay. Then only, so you have to do manually. So it is manual job. Here you will be doing manually if you do extract. But in the live connection, you don't need to do anything. You just load the data table 1. Today it is 12467. Tomorrow it, let's say, 50,000. Automatically my users, whenever they will open tomorrow, they will see 50,000. After 1 month, it is 1 million records. My user will see 1 million records. Okay. So this is what live and extract connection.
I have a question. Yeah. So when I worked for Amazon, so when I'm working with my business teams, when I'm working with my business teams, they want to see the sales report as of April, and they want to see the sales report as of May. So if you in this case, you're saying the 12,467 rows data, it is uploaded into Tableau and we share it with the users, which is fine. In the second case, when I have 50,000 rows, the data is not getting override here. It is creating a separate extract again, where the users can see the 190 million sales. So will I be able to see both differently, or is it overriding the updated data?
See, it will be overriding the existing one tool. It's like today, like you are on, let's say, version on like 10.5.3, let's suppose. Tomorrow new version comes, you have to refresh or upgrade to 10.5. Means new version. So this, let's suppose this will be the old data. You want to refresh, old data will be removed. You will get the new data. So it will be replacing the existing data with the new one. When you say refresh, getting it? So when you say refresh, yeah, it's like you must be getting like upgrades in your mobile, nah? You get like upgrades in your mobile. So what you do in your laptop or Windows machines and everywhere. So today your version is, let's say, 1.1. Tomorrow you get a new upgrade. What will happen? Do you think like 1.1 and 1.2 both will remain in your machine? No. In that case, what will happen? Your 1.1 will be replaced by 1.2, and you get a notification that new upgrade is available. Do you want to like upgrade, or do you want to like update your like software? So you get a notification, isn't it? So that is what we have to do it here. We will not get a notification in this case. This is just an example I'm giving. We will get to know from database team or somewhere, like, or we will get new data itself. Then we will see, okay, I got new data. So let me refresh this extract so that users can see the new data. Okay. In this case, what will happen? New data comes automatically whenever users open the dashboard. They will get the results based on the new data only. Okay. They don't have to do anything. Okay. So this is very important. Make sure that you don't, no matter like if you ask 10 times, make it clear. These are the two important things which will be like you can say the pillars of your reporting, live and extract. These are the two main things in Tableau. Live and extract. Live means real data. Extract means old data which you have to refresh. Okay. But there are advantages and disadvantages of these two. Okay. So you know, everything has its pros and cons. There is nothing like in this world which have only pros, or there is nothing which have only cons. Okay. So same thing. So live also has its pros and cons, and extract also has. The live connection. Live connection is useful in such cases where your users always want to see the updated data. They don't want to see the old data, so they want to keep the updated one. So whenever they open the report, they will always see the means updated data only.
Okay.
Okay. Cons. When you have like huge volume of data, your performance will be degraded. Okay, obviously, when you have huge volume of data and it has to refresh all the data again and again, it will consume some memory. Your server
Yes.
memory will be consumed. Okay, so that's the reason. And it is not one or two reports in your case. Whenever you will be working, okay, in some like projects, you will be having hundreds of reports. And let's suppose hundreds of reports are using like this millions of records. Then what will happen? Your server performance will degrade, and because of that, your reports will also not work properly. Okay. Now extract. Extract is the way by which like your Tableau will not go to backend database and will refresh the data again and again. So extract is useful in such cases where like you don't want your data to be refreshed, because of which your data is embedded kind of thing, like stored in the server, and it will not be refreshed again and again. So your performance will be bit fast. Okay, whatever you will be doing in like Tableau, it will be bit faster than the live connection. Okay, under live connection, what happens whenever you do something, instantly things changes.
Yeah.
Okay, but in extract, what happens? Your data is not going to change at the back end. It is not going to refresh, so the things will move like easily.
Okay.
Okay. So this is like about the data connections. Very important things. Small thing, but very important in Tableau. Okay. Do you know dimension and measures? What is dimension? What is measures?
I have a general idea, but I don't know very specifically.
Yeah, general idea. Yeah. Okay. What is dimension? What is measures? This is one question people might ask in interviews. I'm not sure whether it is relevant to you or not, but still, like whatever like experience you have, people might ask you if you're going for reporting or Tableau or any kind of like role. Okay, people will definitely ask you whether you know dimension measures. This is the first basic thing they might ask you. Might
Oh,
ask
that's
you. I'm just saying
that's
basic
great.
thing.
Then I would
Yeah,
like to
people.
know.
Yeah, because this tells if I'm the interviewer and if I ask you if you are able to answer this thing, then I will know that you have worked on data. Otherwise, if you are not able to tell me this thing, no matter you show 10 years, 20 years experience, doesn't matter. I will understand that you don't even understand what is data.
Okay.
Dimension, facts and dimension, dimension or measures, whatever you want to call it. So we have dimensions. Okay, dimension is something called the columns which are with string like data types. Okay, region, state, country, name, product, category, all these are dimensions. Okay, measures. Okay, measures. Sales, profit, discount. Okay, or like you can have any numbers, anything related to financial, anything related to count. Okay, unique count. All these are measures. So remember, numerical values are measures, string values are dimensions. So what do you remember? String.
Dimensions are string values and measures are numerical values.
Text columns, like say I'll just write it here, string text columns. Okay, and here you see numerical. Okay, numerical columns are measures. Okay, so remember this thing. This is the very basic thing, very basic, but very important. People definitely ask this question. Okay, so what is dimension, what is measures? They might ask you fact and dimensions. Okay, facts, this is also called as facts. Okay, facts and measures. So this is facts, sorry. Okay, people call it with different names: facts, dimensions, measures, or fact and measures. Okay, so this way like you have to understand this thing. Okay, so people will ask you that like if you are aware, then you can easily say that any columns, any values which comes with text or string, like related stuff, all that is dimensions. And anything related to, let's say, sales, you can give an example: sales, profit, discount, all these cost and everything. These are all measures. Okay, so our data, whenever we load any data into Tableau, whenever we are going to load any data in Tableau, it will convert into facts, dimension and measures.
Okay.
Tableau will itself segregate the data into dimension and measures. It will take all the string related columns or text related columns separately, numerical related columns separately. Okay, so that's the reason it is important here. Okay, is that fine?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. The next thing what we have is like, so here you see that SQL, Oracle, Amazon Redshift, and you have more here. You can see lot of shit. So when just download this Tableau desktop on your machine, whenever you download it, and just see that people would ask you that what are the data connections, data sources which are there, which I can connect. So there are 50 plus data sources. I have not counted actually this thing, but there are 50 plus data sources which can be connected to Tableau. Here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 are in this line, 20 here, 62 like here we have, 60 here, 70, 60, 70, 60, 61, 62, 63, around 70, 80 data sources I can connect to Tableau. So it is like a very big list. You can see that it's a very big list. That's a USP here. See, that's what I told you in introduction, that it can connect to any kind of data source. Okay, database or data source. See, you might be using, let's say, Oracle. Someone else might be using, say, Amazon Shift, or say Hadoop, SAP, HANA, all these things, like, okay, Google Analytics and all that. So it won't restrict you that, you can't use this one or that one. It can connect to any kind of database. Okay, it can connect to any kind of database, which can be whatever you have, and it can load the data from there, and you can easily start your work. So your data analysis and all that part. So if
I
someone
have,
asks you that,
yeah, I have a silly question.
yeah,
Uh, what is the difference between the upper portion of it? It is described as to a file and to a server. So when it says to a
yeah,
file,
I tell you.
I can download any kind of file like Excel or this. I don't understand what is this to a server and how different is this
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, I'll tell you. To a file means anything which is there in your local machine.
Okay.
To a file means anything which is there in your local machine. It can be your computer, okay, or it can be your network drives. I hope you are aware of network drives. When you
Yeah.
work in your office environment, you
Yes,
must be
I
having
am.
some extra drives. Yeah, yeah. So shared drives kind of things and all that.
Yes.
So the
Yeah.
file may not be there directly into your machine. Let's suppose there are few files which we have to keep in the shared drives only or network drives only. We are not allowed to put that into our local machines, local laptops, local machines. Okay. So what we'll do, it can be our machine. Here you see, like, if I connect to Excel or something, it will take me to my local machine. It is taking to my local machine. So I can load any of, like, from my machine I have C drive, D drive and all that stuff, or I can connect to my network. Okay, and when I say network, I might be having multiple machines mapped to my machine. Okay, I can connect to any particular machine, and from there I can load it. So to a file, remember, it is a local file. Okay, it will be loaded into your local file or your drive file. So here you see all the formats are there. So other files, TWB, TWBX, TW and all that stuff, Tableau workbooks, Tableau package workbooks, Tableau data sources, all these are character files, statistical files, tab limited files, spatial, JSON, all files. So any files which are there in your local machine, that is to a file. Anything which is on remote machine, anything which is on remote machine, on web page or web services or on cloud, okay, anything outside your like this environment, that is called to a server. So anything related to that, you will be able to connect through a server only. Okay, anything like that, you will be able to connect to server. So that's why, let's say if I connect to SQL Server, I'll be asked which server you want to connect. It must be there on some remote machine. You are in US and server might be in Europe. Only thing, it should be in your network, company network, and you can easily connect it. It doesn't matter where your server is, because if you're working in an organization, all the, whether it's like the US or whether it's Europe or whether it's India, if like it's the same office or same environment, same organization, then it doesn't matter that where we are sitting. We can connect to any machine inside our organization, isn't it? You might have done this thing a lot of times. Okay, same thing. So the server can be there in my like any location, so I can do this. Okay, I want to connect Amazon Redshift. Amazon Redshift is again a server, a service. So I have to put the server name here, database name, username, password. Okay, I want to connect SAP HANA. SAP HANA is again the data source. Okay, I want to connect the server name, single node, multi-node, the servers which I can get from my database team or some other people, my team members. But I need to connect to that SAP HANA. Please provide me the details. I need server name or username, password, so that I can load the data. So like this, you can connect to Splunk, Spark SQL, Teradata. All these are, this thing is Spark, Splunk. All this is big data. Okay, so this way, like what you can do, you can connect to any kind of source on remote location. So anything remote is your to a server. So that is done with the help of server only. Is it clear? Any doubts?
Yeah. So, like you said, when I'm downloading data into Tableau, I need to organize the data in a right format. So,
Yes.
in this case, when I'm accessing data from a server, we should still do the same data preparation.
See, that depends. That depends. Okay. Data in database, normally in database what happens, we normally get the you can say like good data. So I have bad data, I have good data. Bad data means like raw data. Raw data
Yeah.
means like might be lot of spelling mistakes or lot of like it will be like say city name or something like say merged together. So data is not in the right shape.
Yeah,
Yeah, non-standard
non-standardized.
content.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, exactly. The way you do it in Excel also, you do lot text mining, text limiting, and all that stuff you do to get the data. So that thing. So in database, normally we get the good data in the right form. But after that also, what we have to do it in Tableau, we might need to see in database we have table one, table two, but I don't want to. Someone, let's say, might have not done this thing. Let's say they don't want to do merge the tables together in table database. So you have to do it in Tableau. You have sales, you have profit, you have cost. You have to find out something like say total cost, total like profit. That thing is not there in database. So you have to do the calculation. See, I sold some product $10. Okay, I spent let's say $3 for my expenses and all that. What is my profit? Okay, the total cost was $5. I sold it in $10. Expenses were $3. So what is my profit?
To $2.
Two, $2. So how you came to know this $2? What you did, total profit, whatever I got, that is 5 minus expenses. Expenses can be, let's say, shipping costs, or it can be sales cost, it can be like the production cost, it can be operating expenses, it can be it's a marketing cost, all that stuff. So in real-time data, we will be having a lot of cost, isn't it? Expenses. So I
Yeah.
have to exclude all those expenses from my actual profit, means like from my revenue. Actually, that is
Yes.
called revenue.
Yes.
Okay, so from revenue, I have to like reduce all this, subtract all these expenses. Then only I will get the actual profit. Okay, that will be called actual margin. Okay, that is my actual margin. So how you do that? You will not get these things directly in database. From database, you are just getting three columns. One is total sales, what is the production cost, actual value, sales value, and profit and expenses. What you will do? You will do the calculation there, the subtraction and all that stuff. You have to do to find out actual profit, actual margin. So these kind of calculations and all that stuff you will be doing in Tableau. The way you do it in Excel, the same thing you will be doing you must be doing it in Excel also, isn't it? So you
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
lot of data, you have to create a lot of formulas, if condition, case statements, Same thing you must be doing there in Excel also. Same thing, you have to do it here. Actually, it is very advanced form of Excel only. The reporting what we are going to work on, you are having Excel, but people were not able to like work on Excel like a very advanced level. It have very limitation, very like high limitations and all that. So companies came with new products, and Tableau is one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
So Tableau is very advanced form, you can say, of Excel. But here you don't have to do a lot of things by your own means. You can just easily drag and drop operation will help you to see the insight. That's the reason why it is more popular, and more people are going to use it. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions? Any doubts?
No.
Okay. So so what we'll do now? We will load the data. So this is the data right now I have. Okay, or I can load it from Excel file also. So just let's say Excel file. Okay, so I'll go to this sample superstore I'm loading. Okay, this is one of the Excel file. Select it, say open. That's all you have to do. Okay, it is going to be seen like this. Okay, this is your data source.
Yeah.
Okay, sample superstore. These are the files: orders, people, and returns. Okay, these are orders, people, and returns. Okay, here you have orders, named range, people, returns, same thing. You want to create a union or something? No, I don't want to do right now. Let's go.
Are these
Orders.
the names of the columns in the files
Sheets.
or
No, sheets. No.
sheets?
Excel file
Okay.
is having multiple sheets.
Multiple
Sheet
sheets.
1, sheet 2, sheet 3.
Okay.
These are the sheets.
Okay.
Here, orders, people, and returns. Okay. So which sheet you want to load? Which sheet you want to load? Let's suppose I want to load orders. So just click on orders and drag it to sheet here. Select and drag it on this thing. Orders. Can you see orders?
Yeah.
Expand this. Field names are in the first row. Can you see? It
Yeah.
tells you that field names are in the first row. Generate field name automatically. No, I don't want. Okay. Convert to union. No, I don't want. Duplicate. No, I don't want. If you want to remove it, you can remove it from here.
Okay.
On the top, you see the table name. Okay, which you can just rename it. So just remove it, and it will be orders like this. Okay. On the top, you see live and extract.
Yeah.
You getting it? I told you the same thing. Live and extract. Live means the live connection to data source. So if I load this data at this thing, and if I delete the table, if I delete any of the column, okay, what will happen? My dashboard will not work if it is live. Okay, that's what I told you. Link to source. It is real time. Live connection means link to source. Also, you can say link to source. Okay, link to source.
So if you make changes to the data in the folders, it will impact here.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what real time loading means. Okay, whenever you load it, next time whenever you load this dashboard, whatever, if I create it, it will load it again. It will impact this thing. So live and extract.
Okay.
Okay. Then you have filters. Whether you want to apply some filters. So this is the data set. It might be, let's say, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 records. Okay, let me apply some filters. What I'll do, I'll go to say filter, say add. I will say add here, and I will say region. Select OK. I have these 4 regions: central, east, south, and west. What I want to say that I don't want to see data for, let's say, west. I just want to see data only for central, east, and south. Okay, so I will check these. I will check these 3 options. I will not check this option. Say OK. Say OK. What will happen? This data will reload again and will remove the data for central. Oh, sorry, west. What I have, like, here you see, it tells you that one filter is applied.
Yeah.
Okay, this is about the data thing. Show aliases. Okay, if you have some aliases, you will see it here. show hidden fields. Okay, how many records? Okay, here you see first 10,000. Okay, or you want to see, you want to change the number, you can load all that. Okay, change the number. Then you are in data sources tab. Here you see at the bottom of the page you have data sources, you have sheet, go to worksheet. So sheet 1. Now if I click on sheet, I will move to the place where I will create the visualization and all that stuff. Right now I'm not in the visualization side. I'm in the data sources side where I can look into the data, I can do joins, I can do like union and all that stuff. Now I have this order. I want to do the people. I have people table also. Okay, so what I'll do, or I'll say return, let's say. I have returns. Under returns, I want to drag it here. Okay, what happened? Here you see, it has created a join. You see, it has created the inner join. Okay, so this has created the inner join. Here you see inner join of orders and returns. Okay, what I'll do, what kind of join you want to do? Inner join, left, right, or full outer? I want to create a left outer join. Left outer join means I will have 100 records. Let's say 100. Let's say 100 rows in the left table, means the first table. And if I have 10 matching of that, then only those will be loaded. Okay, so that is full records of left table. Left table means your orders, and matching of the right table, that is left outer join. Inner means only matching of two.
Common points.
Common, exactly. Common. Yeah, exactly. Common. Right outer means matching of left, all of right. Full outer means all the records from orders, all the records from returns. So that you can do. So this is based on order ID. If you find out like any other column is matching, you can do it here. Okay, you can select any other column. If you think that there is some other column, you can do it here. But if you see order ID is having only two columns. One is order ID, one is return. Okay, we'll see this thing like in coming session. I'll explain the data. So see, that's why I told you the main thing is data. So whenever you are going to work in Tableau or any kind of reporting, okay, the first thing you should be aware of data, whether you understand the data or not. If you understand the data, then half of your tasks are done. Okay, it's like what we say that like if you understand your data, you can easily interpret or do the analysis. Okay, that is how like we normally call here. Okay, this is your data sources. Let's suppose I'm just removing it here. We will see this in detail in the next session. So I just want to go to the sheet 1. So what I'll do, I'll just click on sheet 1. When I click on sheet 1, I'm into the page where I can create the visualization and all that stuff. Okay, these are your dimensions. Here you see all the related columns called like string columns. Okay, so here you have row ID. Row ID is also there, but row ID is a string data type. That's the reason it is a part of dimensions. Okay, anything numericals, all that will be under measures. Okay, now here you have all these columns. Let's say I just want to do some quickly, I'll show you, but slowly we'll see all these things. So what I want to do, I want to do some sales analysis. So what I'll do, I'll just click on that sales. Okay, it will automatically populate here. Or what you can do, you can just drag and drop, nothing else. Okay, just select this sales and drag it somewhere on this drop field here or here or here. So here, okay, total sales $1.5 million. Getting it?
Yeah.
Total sales is $1.5 million. That is just single number. Okay, I'll remove it. Sales, drop it on top like this. You see, you get a horizontal bar which is giving you the same number. Total sales is $1.5 million. Okay, I'll just drag it to rows. I'll get a vertical bar, which is again giving me same thing, $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Getting it? Now, let's suppose I will take region here. So I'll take region to columns. What I'll get? I'll get central, east, and south. West I have removed. That's the reason West is not coming up here. Okay, what I'll do, I'll go back to data source. I'll say edit. I'll say remove this. Okay, I will get all the data back.
Okay.
Say okay. I'll go to sheet 1. Here you see 4 region came up. Okay, so this way what you see now, I have taken this region. Okay, sales. What I want, I have taken these 2 columns. If I go to show me, we'll discuss each and everything, what is pages, which is filters, what is marks card, each and everything here. But I'm just showing you the simple example. So if whenever you select some columns, based on that, what all visualizations can be created, all those will be enabled here. So I can create a text table. If I click on this, based on which I will get text in table. This is called text table. So region and their sales. I can get this kind of table. Okay, this is just a normal central and the bar form. I'll get this kind of table with color codes. Map chart I will not get right now. I'll get a
pie chart.
Pie chart. I'll get a horizontal. I'll get the scattered. Okay, I'll get a tree map. This is called tree map. Okay, this is bubble chart. Okay, so this is bubble chart. This is box plot. You know, like this, I can create multiple visualizations and all, based on which like I can have all that stuff. Okay, so this way what I can do all that stuff. Okay, so okay, now I want to do colors and something, like I want to do some color on, like on this. So what I'll do, I'll go to the category. Okay, I'll drop it on color. These are called marks card. These are all called marks card. So when I say color, you can see that each bar is converted to 3 different segments. So like this, we'll have a lot of things, like we'll be seeing all that stuff in coming sessions. So we'll work again on this same stuff. Like tomorrow, I'll show you that like a lot of things, like how we can do, how can we merge. So we'll go through a whole like contents. So one by one, we'll cover each and every topic. So I'll wind up for today. Okay, and we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Actually, tomorrow I have a doctor appointment, so I will not be able to join the meeting at 12 o'clock. So, is it possible for you? Is it okay if I for tomorrow, or do you want to do some other time?
I'm available this time only, means after 10:30 only.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the reason. So if
okay,
we can start by 11 o'clock, no issues. If it is like not that thing, 11:30 will be late for me, because it will be 12:30 then.
Okay, then I can join day after tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, that is fine.
Okay.
See you tomorrow. See you.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
And just download it and try to load the data and just go through the. We'll see. If you have any issue, just let me. We'll discuss all that in the next session.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good day.
Yeah. Bye.